Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again, girls. What's my weakness, men? Jolly holiday to you. Knocking out the last of the verbal before we start recording the audiobook. Don't Die Dave is currently available on Royal Road, being released as a chapter a day. Having a good time on there. It's nice to see people's reaction. More importantly, it's nice to see people reading through as opposed to sampling one or two chapters and then bailing out. So that's really what you're looking for on Royal Road, is some kind of verification that you have something that is not a pile of junk. So here's to that. We are getting ready to record Womb Tomb, which is the end of the Infinity Ring, which is the grand finale of Act 3. So moving closer and closer, bit by bit. If you want to leave your comments in the section, I will reply to them when we take a break. Girls, what my weakness, man? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Girls, what's my weakness, man? Okay. That's got our artsy-fartsy vocal warm-up taken care of. Ellen DeGeneres did that during a stand-up bit, and it's way funnier than me doing it. Oh, I'm not as funny as Ellen DeGeneres. Sad. Oh, wait. She's a professional comedian that's been working for 45 years. All right, here we go. Here we go again. Chapter 38, Womb Tomb. I am Percy, your butler. The tuxedoed robot bows. May I offer you a selection of healing potions, med kits, stim packs? I pant, exhausted. Percy tilts his mech head. Snacks? An entree? Liquid? Oh, crap. All right, well, so much for recording live. Be back. You don't have to stick around. This isn't for you. I just like the idea of somebody coming into what looks like a live recording of an empty chair. What does it mean? Is it art? Yes, it's art. So there are lots of things that you need to do in order to record an audiobook. Sound quality is foremost. So good microphone, okay. Microphone surrounded on 5 sides of a cube with deep egg crating foam. Oh, crap. I think we're just going to start this over. Airplanes overhead, cars going by. This is why I am now in a room that has concrete also on, well, 4 sides. Floor, that wall, that ceiling, that wall. That wall is normal, and then there's no wall going that way until we get to more concrete. All of this helps the audio quality. Muy importante. Oh, we've got, let's see how long before we get trolls. All of that affects your sound quality. One of the things that I have to do is turn off my HVAC in the house, because otherwise you get the air blowing through the vents, which is enough to screw up your sound quality. So while we're waiting for that to turn off, we'll say hi to Jessica Mallard. Jessica Mallard? Jessica Duck? Hi, Jessica. How are you? Hello, says Autumn Dean. Thumbs up, says PVK. Jessica Mallard also says hello again. I'm your first like, says Autumn Dean. Aw, thank you, Autumn Dean. How are you? I'm great, Jessica. I love standard white people illness. How are you? I'm fine. 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 It's just like price of admission into a non-conversation. It's just like filler. Because you hear it, right? You hear people asking each other, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? You already asked the question. It's so ingrained into the opening of a conversation. Do you like Epstein and are you on the list? No and yes. Sharura Singathania. Look, man, if you're going to be a troll, you got to be an original troll. Repeating the same thing over and over again about Epstein is just boring. Do better, man. All right, here we go. Let's try this for real. Chapter 38, Womb Tomb. Womb Tomb. I am Percy, your butler. The tuxedoed robot bows. May I offer you a selection of healing potions, medkits, stim packs? I pant, exhausted. Percy tilts his mech head. Snacks, an entree, liquid, perhaps. Pepper, I rasp. Pepper waddles to me and offers a meal prepper morsel. Dave, are are you okay? Slowly, I chew and watch my health move out of the danger zone. But I still have an empty feeling inside I don't like. Little by little, it starts to go away. Thanks, Cabbage Patch. Are you hurt? Pepper's concerned. I see the faces of the night shift looking at me like I'm the sick alien at the end of E.T. Fine. I lean against the black and gold wall. I lean against the black and gold wall, trying not to think. Just a little tired. I didn't know you could. Rincewind glances at the others. I've never seen you do something like that before. Like what? Kill 500,000 guys? Says Wahoo. I'm too tired to respond, so I ignore them and check Hank. Whatever medicine Broadchurch gave him is doing the work. He's in good health, pink as a Pop-Tart. You look better. Yeah. Hank stares at his feet. He saw Broadchurch's termination notice, same as I did. I pat him on the back, not knowing what to say. Please. Percy hands stim packs to all of us while magically cleaning our costumes to a high polish. You are our honored guests. We want you to be at full strength for the challenge. Neon lights ignite a black and gold space temple that's covered in a thin layer of frost. The place feels clinical, almost sterile. Bereft of any bereft of any organic elements. The temple has no saints, no cherubs, no fountains, no hint of anything organic at all. The pillars, the pillars that hold up the temple ceiling are lined with statues of mechanized robo-warriors with gun blades. The walls are lined with little tomb-like mausoleums shut tight with mechanical doors. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance. Percy trails behind me like a helpful dog. Liquid refreshment? I shake off my stupor. Whatever I felt in the ring, it has to go. This is the wrong place to get caught navel gazing. And if I'm good at anything, it's burying my feelings. I grab another 5 stim packs from the butler and stuff them in my inventory. Percy, give us all the med kits you have. Certainly, sir. As he hands out 20 health packs apiece, bowing and scraping to the night shift, the girls start laughing under their hands. I can't figure out why until I look more closely at the central dais. It's a raised platform in the center of the room in the shape of a giant golden phallus. A monument to hopeful dongs everywhere. A monument to hopeful dongs everywhere. As the girls giggle, I check the dais more carefully and find a single gold button. Cock and load. Press start when you are ready. Press start when you are ready to begin the 20-minute challenge, Womb Tomb. I fix my mind on the problem in front of me. Dave? Rincewind starts to say something, but I cut him off. Percy, what happens when we hit that button? I'm sure I don't know what you mean, sir. The robo-butler cocks his head. This temple has been frozen since the ice pirates attacked 20 years ago. Nothing has moved since then. And we have had no visitors. These robot statues are going to come alive and try and kill us, right? I'm sure I don't know what you mean, sir. What are the little tombs for? Mobs come out of those too, right? I'm sure I don't know. Percy, shut up. Of course, sir. I wander the temple, mapping it while I eat. Percy follows me, offering an herbal tea. There's something familiar about this whole setup, but I can't put my finger on it. The temple is a big square with smaller squares on each corner filled with hallways, doors, tunnels, lava channels, a few isolated rooms, and some vertical space. I don't like lava channels. We are getting rid of that. It's ice, baby. Hallways, doors, tunnels, a few isolated rooms, and some vertical space. A basic five-chamber combat layout, a game map that feels like it's out of Quake or Duke Nukem. I check the tombs. They're cloner cabinets. like the Control C, like the Control plus C, Control plus me booths we saw in the lobby. But these are weirder. They have a timed lock that seals from the inside, like a one-man panic room. The inside of the doors are lined with screens playing trending Rift Talk vids of me fighting in the Waratorium. I stop cold. If if those videos are trending, I should be. I check my HUD. My hype score is completely flat. I went from being the most viewed thing in Riftborn to 0. I checked the Blap Blap feed. They're showing reruns, but nothing from inside the temple. Riftborn has cut our feed. What's more, there's no video from any temple, not even where the Rift elites went. Why aren't we popular anymore? Pepper's eyes ignite in pink neon, then fizzle out. My meme queen doesn't work in here. I check the screens. They're not letting us broadcast because they don't want anyone posting a walkthrough. Rincewind nods. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. So there's a trick to it. Hank nods. Dave's good at figuring out tricks. Force myself to think. The AI said only 1% of the playtesters beat the womb tomb. I glance at Pepper. You better make some more snacks. Night shift, let's get to it. The night shift hands Pepper all the food-related items they gathered through the Infinity Rings. As she whips up more med packs, the team and I reconnoiter the temple, establishing battle plans. The wizards infuse a bunch of items with traps and place them all over the temple, several near where the robot warriors now stand. When they attack, and all of us agree that the robots are going to try and kill us, half the mechs will get blown to pieces. The plan is as good as it's ever gonna be. Pause. All right. So this is kind of the inevitable, so attractive, wiping my nose. So this is kind of the build up to, hey, we're setting the stage, kind of setting the rules for what this looks like. The trick is to be clear as much as you can. Audiobook, even more so. Pause on the words that matter to give them a chance to process it. Greetings and love from Epstein Island. What? Epstein land. Everybody's big on Epstein. I don't think it's going to have the smoking gun that everybody wants, but people love conspiracies. Moving on. We gather around the golden button, nervous. Anybody got anything else? I ask. No one does. I rack my brain one more time, trying to fight the creeping suspicion that I'm missing something. But I survived 20 minutes in the icebox. I should be able to survive 20 minutes of whatever this is. There's nothing left to do but Pepper, Pepper, start the clock. Sirs and madams. Percy bows to us. Good luck, and vanishes. I hit the golden button. Go. Womb to challenge! 6! Oh, do I have your attention now? You have been found guilty of lustful thoughts by the eunuch robo-priests of the Castrato Brotherhood. All your horny nights spent dreaming of trembling flesh. All your horny nights dreaming of trembling flesh. The sensual caress of a lover's engorged naughty bits. The sensual caress of a lover's engorged naughty bits. That weird stuff you want done to your toes? Vile pervert! That poor sweat sock! You've indulged in your last self-gratifying pleasure. Suffer the consequences of your youthful lust. As your tainted... I don't know if I've switched accents in the middle of this thing. Let's go again. Let's keep it. As your tainted flesh withers at the feet of the Castrato Robo-God. Warning. Womb Tomb is a one-night stand challenge. If you have not destroyed all religious zealots by the end of the 20-minute challenge, you will respawn with no gear at level 0. At level 0 in the outer ring. Hope it was worth it, you filthy sinners. No one is surprised when the robot statues lurch to life all around us. I check their tags. Pureit Android! Level 10 in Celestial! Robot morality logic states that only a lifeless organism is innocent of sin. Therefore, all living organisms must die in order to become pure. Offended by reproduction over the shirt stuff and those nasty websites you sneak onto. The Puritandroids have marked you for correction. Wizard traps kill half of them instantly. Magic explosions detonate robot parts all over the room. I barely reload my M1 before Matchstick and Hank have wrecked the other half. 20, maybe 30 robots are reduced to spare parts in seconds. Well, that was easy. Well, that was easy. Hang 10 pops a bubble and the whole room pulses. A surge of energy emanates from the golden phallus. Time distorts. Everything feels like it's on fast forward. The time wave sensation leaves me feeling sick. As if I've just lost something important, like a kidney. Time warp again. Time warp again. No. Time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. And 10 years to the right. And 10 years to the right. And 10 years to the right. Yes, another decade on the old ticker. 10 more trips around the sun. 10 more trips around the sun. Imagine the changes. Not quite so riz now, are you? Not quite so riz now, are you? Tighten up now and R. Warning, your character has aged 10 years. My vitality bar has never moved once since I started the game. My hermit class makes me immune to hunger effects, but it moves now. Vitality minus 96% and falling. No, I don't need minus 96. Vitality 96% and falling. The red bar drops fast. Before I have a chance to panic, stamina 18 flashes and the vitality slide halts at 90%. What the hell was that? Wait, why is my hair longer? Wait, why is my hair longer? Whoa! Whoa! Queen Whack Whack exhales. Did that just happen to everyone else? Did that just happen to everyone else? I just lost 20% of my vitality. 24%, says Wahoo, who now sports a beard. And 2 points off my strength. What the heck? A second pillar turns, revealing more puritandroids. A third pillar does the same. A third pillar does the same. A fourth. The first round was only an appetizer. The first round was only an appetizer. This is the main course. Now we run. Unsure what the hell is happening. We post up in our kill box and run the drill like we practiced. I play parkour rabbit to the mobs and lure them into the wizard fire. Hank bats cleanup. We're winning the fight, but we've got bigger problems. I'm not getting any vitality back from these healing potions, shouts Wahoo. Just health. Just health. Vitality isn't health, dumbass, shouts Hang 10. Stimpaks and food aren't working. Stimpaks and food aren't working. Stimpaks and food aren't working, screams Whack Whack. Even Pep's California roll isn't giving me vitality. Even Pep's California roll isn't giving me vitality. Even Pep's California roll isn't giving me vitality. Nor me, mate. Nor me, mate. Matchstick shouts back. 80%. Stay focused, I holler. Stick to the plan. Something jumps at my face. A fanged worm about 2 feet long springs from a vent at me. I snatch it out of the air. And hurl it into the wall. Space herpy. Level 3, venereal disease. Spreads through proximity, alcohol, and bad. Spreads through proximity, alcohol, and bad decisions. What happened in Vegas didn't stay there. What happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas. 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 Like glitter and guilt. Once it's on you, it stays forever. I blast the thing to pieces. A space herpy? You gotta be kidding me. Wait. Okay, cut the wait. It doesn't make sense in the audiobook. A time pulse rocks through the temple. Time warp again. Time warp again. Ooh. 20 years older. How's your face holding up? Got any waddles yet? Dark circles, thinning hairline? A little junk in the trunk? You can still flirt even if you're middle-aged, right? Maybe someone will take pity on you. Warning, your character has aged 10 years. My vitality drops another 10%. The challenge clock still has 13 minutes on it. But we've lost 2 decades. What the hell, man? Queen Whack Whack stares at the gray streaks in her hair. Wahoo touches the wrinkles around his eyes. Matchstick is going bald. What the hell? Puritandroids stomp around the corner and attack us. This time, our plan doesn't come together. We're off balance, confused, and old. Percy, the butler, strolls through the chaos, offering stimpaks. A space herpy stuck to his face. That's it. Now I know why this place felt familiar. Pep! I yell. Stay with Hank! I got this! You got this, Dave! Pepper gives me a flipper thumbs up and launches an imaginagerie to buy time. You try spelling imaginagerie. I fire up parkour pulse, create some space, and book it to the cloner closets. A Puritandroid smashes into me, and we both wind up inside the booth. The cloner flashes while we struggle hand to hand. Another droid fires at me from across the temple, so I blast it. The droid I'm fighting gives me a metal fist to the face that loosens my teeth. My head spins to see an infant me. Sweet baby Dave. Sweet baby Dave. Sweet baby Dave. The baby sits on the cloner pad, a stupid smile on its face. Hell's bells. The droid punches me in the face again and hurls me to the back of the cloner closet. Sweet baby Dave is going to get squished by both of us if this keeps up. I smash the droid's head against the door frame and blast it in the chest 6 times. It explodes and clatters across the temple floor. I turn to sweet baby Dave. He coos at me and giggles. Stay here. I kick the Puritandroid's weapon into the cloner. Just watch TV or something. I set the time lock, elbow the door, and hear it seal shut. As another time warp hits. I stumble out of the cloners to discover my long gray hermit beard. Is back. And the night shift is in their 50s. My knee. Hang 10 looks like she's ready for an AARP magazine subscription. Her face etched with wrinkles and bags under her eyes. My vitality's down to 25%. Says Wahoo, who looks like a grizzled old prospector. Not says Wahoo. We're going to kill that. Wahoo looks. More words, less words, more better. Wahoo looks like a grizzled old prospector. I can barely move. How are we supposed to fight? He's cut off as Queen Whack Whack screams in horror. My boobs are sagging. Puritandroids stomp toward us, still as efficient as they were 30 years ago. Yeah, because we've gone through 3. We keep getting older and they don't. Rincewind yells through his long gray beard. That's not fair. The kids are aging faster than I am. My high stamina slows down in the march of time. My vitality is still at 60%. But the others are getting weak and slow. But the others are getting weak and slow. But the others are getting weak and slow. Slow. Stick it out! Stick it out! 8 minutes left! 8 minutes left! 8 minutes left! I shout and the war rages on. This time we don't let ourselves get broken up. We stick together. Wizards blast. Hank kills everything that moves, and Pep keeps the worst at bay. But the next time the time warp hits, Wahoo stays on the ground. He's too weak to get up. A frail old man. I'm out! I hear his microphone distort. I'm out! I hear his mic. I'm out! I'm out! I hear his microphone distort in Toledo. I'm immobile, guys! Puritandroids step over him, ignoring him like an impotent relic. Down to seven of us. 7 old coots trying to stay relevant. Another time warp hits and Hang Ten drops, her vitality at 0. Whack Whack collapses into a chair with a broken hip. Matchstick takes a hit and can't recover, panting against the wall. His bald head is covered in liver spots. The droids ignore it. The droids ignore him, coming for us. Well, this sucks. Rincewind is so old he makes Clint Eastwood look spry. His shaking hands blast another droid. I thought we had this. Damn it. He smiles at me as his body slumps to the ground. Old and used up. Good run, though. Thanks, Dave. I got a plan. Hang on. My high stamina score fights off the aging better than the others. I'm only down to 25%. I just have to stay up a little longer. Hank's barbarian face is covered in a white bird nest beard that pours over his stomach to his knees. Let's see if I can get that all together. Hank's barbarian face is covered in a white bird's nest beard that pours over his stomach to his knees. He swings the infinity blade and decapitates a droid. I shoot the one behind it. Hank grabs his aching shoulder. Oh, my arms don't move like they used to. Is this what it's like to be old? This sucks. My feet hurt. Try compression socks. I turn. How much time, Pep?
3 minutes until the womb tomb ends, Dave. 3 minutes until the womb tomb ends, Dave.
I realize most of her black feathers have gone gray.
3 minutes until the womb tomb ends, Dave. 3 minutes until the womb tomb ends, Dave.
I realize most of her black feathers have gone gray. Her voice sounds like she's 100.
Only 30 droids left. We can make it.
The final time warp hits. Hank's beard drags on the floor as he tries to kill another Puritan droid, but he's too old to keep going. He stumbles to one knee, then drops the axe. He lands face down on the floor. Pepper hits the ground beside him, Snow White. Pepper hits the ground beside him, Snow White and shaking with palsy. Pepper hits the ground beside him, shaking and Pepper hits the ground beside him, Snow White, shaking with palsy. I'm the last man standing. I get my M1 up and nail the next droid. My clip runs out and falls to the floor. My hands shake too much to reload. I watch the Puritan droid stomp toward me, feeling helpless, old, and impotent. I check the countdown clock. 2 minutes left. Come on, where are you? Up here! Up here! I hear a young man's voice shout. The Puritan droids look up, and blaster fire blows them into scrap metal. An athletic figure swings down from a rope like Douglas Fairbanks. Handsome, robust, and dead sexy. He lands right in the middle of the robots, flashing a cocksure smile. A young man ready for a fight. Me. Don't die, Dave 2.0. Don't die, Dave 2.0. Hi, Dad! Sweet baby Dave waves. I'm almost ashamed to admit how easy it was. I should have known from the first time I saw the robot butler Percy. I should have known from the first time I saw the robot butler Percy. Hell, Percy even handed me a big clue and I didn't catch it. Ice pirates. It was a Robert Urich movie, a slapstick, racy 80s sex comedy. It was a Robert Urich movie. It was a Robert Urich movie. A slapstick, racy 80s sex comedy filled with raunchy humor, castration jokes, and yes, a space harpy. That was what finally tipped me off. The end of the movie features a time warp gag where everybody gets old. The end of the movie features a time warp gag where everybody gets really old really fast. Once again, the Riftborn riders just ripped it off. But the Ice Pirate's hero saves himself. But the Ice Pirate's hero saves himself by having sex. His girlfriend gives birth. His girlfriend gives birth and raises the child, who grows up and saves the day. It took me a little bit to figure out what the cloning machine. It took me a little bit to figure out what the cloning machine was for, but I got there eventually. It took me a little bit to figure out what the cloning machine was for, but I figured it out eventually. Riftborn copied the trap. All I had to do was copy the solution. Make a baby. My superpower isn't parkour. It's Blockbuster Video. Sweet baby Dave blasts more droids. He's had almost 20 minutes to grow from a baby into a full-sized me. And he lays into the He's had almost 20 minutes to grow from a baby into a full-sized me. And he lays into the remaining Puritandroids like a beast. I grin. Go get him, Tiger. Go get him, Tiger. My boy scoops up Hank's Spinfinity Blade and wrecks Puritandroids like a pro. Destroying them like children's toys, laughing. Heads fly, arms flail, and robot legs twitch as they bounce on the ground. The kid's a natural. In 30 seconds, the Puritandroids are nothing but busted lug nuts and motor oil. Sweet baby Dave skids to a stop next to me and offers a hand. Come on, Pops. On your feet. I chuckle and let him help me up. Oh, my back. How did you learn to do all that? You okay? Sweet baby Dave grins and points at the screens in his cloner closet, still showing my greatest hits. I learned it by watching you. I laugh. My sweet baby Dave opens his arms to embrace me. I hug him and slap him on the back. Good boy. He explodes. He explodes. 1 second, I'm holding him. The next, I'm covered in his guts. I flick my fingers. And spit my own blood out of my mouth. Dude, I gotta teach you to clean up after yourself. Victory! Congratulations! You defeated You defeated Womb Tomb! From cradle to grave, father to son, birth to deletion. You've only got one life to live. You've only got one life to live. And you're killing it. A bunch of rewards pop up in my HUD, including XP, a ton of gold, a thousand coin river gem, a thousand coin river gems, whatever those are, and the big one, and the big one, S tier loot box, S tier loot box. Time warps backwards this time, and all members of the night shift are restored to the full flower of youth. Their flesh becomes tight again, their color high. Matchstick's hair grows back where it should be. What? Rincewind stares at the others, then me. How did you do that? I'd love to tell him, but I am not about to let Riftborn know I can see behind the curtain. But I am not about to let Riftborn know I can see behind the curtain. Knowing the designers have a writer who's ripping off Gen X movies? Knowing the designers have a writer who's ripping off Gen X movies is the only trump card I have in this game. And I mean to keep it. It's always handy to have an old guy around. I wink. Especially a living legend. The night shift celebrates. They are rolling in gold. Enough to take them wherever they want. Buy. Enough to take them wherever they want. Buy whatever they want. Legendary loot boxes buff their spells, their stats, their abilities. I see a level up notification in my HUD. Watch my stamina climb, watch my skill tree spread. But I'm not watching that. Watching them. I just sit there with my loot box unopened, watching the joy on their faces, watching the joy on their faces. A bunch of grinder kids who refuse to quit, work together, and hit the mother load. My grinder kids. Pepper cuddles up to me.
You did so good, Dave. You did so good, Dave.
Well, same thing. She hugs me.
I'm sorry about your son. I
chuckle. Don't be Cabbage Patch. Don't be Cabbage Patch. He had a pretty good life, all things considered. I check my hype score. 1,033,500 hype. 1,033,500 hype. $1 million since they plugged me in. $1 million since they plugged me into this stupid game. A pretty good life. System notice. System notice. Riftborn, enter. Back-end server hotfix. Back-end server hotfix cycle. The temple winks out of existence. The night shift is gone. Everything is gone. It's just me, Hank, and Pepper staring at a world of nothing but white static. It's like we just died. It's like we just died. Sysop. All LL001 through 04. All LL001 through 0. All LL001 through 406. Data integrity lock engaged. Estimated uptime TBD. Multiple patches in progress. Stand by for game changes. Stand by for game changes. In the last 10 hours, I've been shot, exploded, detonated, and frozen. I'm covered in my own blood. But winning this stupid game is filled with... Winning this stupid game is filled with... But winning this stupid game has filled me with a determination. But winning this stupid game has filled me with a determination made of pure steel. Whatever's next, whatever's next, I'm ready for it. Whatever's next, I'm ready for it. All right. Sorry for the multiples there. 55. All right, not terrible. All right, that gets us to the end of the... Whoa, hi there. Can you do that one more time? Can you say that one more time? Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, it's so much fun going through the comments at the end of these things because it's like people think I'm reading them while I'm reading the book. Bro got Down syndrome light version. I love that. Are you cross-eyed? No, why? Do you like McDonald's? Because I'm McLovin' the stream. Oh, thank you, Purple Potato. He's from Alabama, I think. Jesus Christ died for you, and he loves you so much. Well, even in a Southern accent, that's still true. Hi, D. Yo, what's up? You look amazing today. I hope you know that. You know, I'm 50 years old. I never look amazing, but thank you very much. Where are you from, bro? Midwest. Are you high, sir? You know, I can't tell you how many times I've been asked that question. Hey, bro, what are you talking about? Explain yourself. It says right at the bottom where it says recording an audiobook. Although I love the idea. Bro got them crazy eyes. Those are stoner eyes. Hi, bro. You need some Percocet. Hey there, handsome. I'm guessing snow? Can't be meth. I like people guessing what drugs I'm on. I think that's a fun game. God bless you and God bless ICE. Support all third world losers and protesters who hate us. Gain yourself a broader world experience. Get out of your small town. What is bro doing? Can you do that one more time, please? I will marry you. Oh, my third in proposal. Thank you. Every time someone proposes to me, it means a lot. I will marry you. Okay, they're getting married in the chat. World of blah. Yes, no, let it out. Blah blah. Kill me. Ha ha ha. He is a drug. Well, it's nice to be compared to a drug. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a good one. We'll see you later.